Welcome to this tutorial for the HoloEdit Mari tools. The HoloEdit Mari tools include import, export, and painting scripts to empower painting on temporally stabilized volumetric video in Mari. In this tutorial, we'll introduce the HoloEdit Mari tools, walk through their functionality, and demonstrate using them to remove the Arcturus logo from a performer's shirt. To follow along with this tutorial, you'll need basic familiarity with painting in Mari, in addition to HoloEdit Mari and the HoloEdit Mari plugin. To begin, we'll need to export our volumetric sequence for editing in Mari. The HoloEdit Mari tool scripts use OBJ meshes exported in a UDIM format to speed up import and processing. The Mari workflow export only supports stabilized segments, so to export our clip, we'll take any track with a temporally stabilized mesh stream, either imported from a clip with pre-existing stabilization or added via a stabilized mesh stage. We can tell our clip is stabilized by the light gray segment brackets and keyframe markers present on our interval. With our stabilized clip, we'll select File, Export Composition, and add an export sequence with the workflow type. We'll make sure the workflow is configured to Mari, and we'll name our export Mari_source files. We'll set the output path to document/workflows/Mari workflow. Once our export is complete, we can minimize HoloEdit and move on to the Mari tools. To manually install the HoloEdit Mari tools, open the Tools/Mari subdirectory in your HoloEdit installation and copy the Scripts folder. Next, navigate to your Mari 4.6 install directory. By default, that should be C/program files/Mari 4.6 v2. Inside of the Mari directory, navigate to Bundle/Media. From here, paste the scripts folder. If you have a previous version of the HoloEdit Mari tool scripts installed, overwrite it. This will enable the HoloEdit Mari scripts to run on Mari 4.6 startup. Before we begin, there are a few Mari settings recommended by the team at Arcturus when using our tools to work on volumetric video. We'll walk through how to configure them, but ultimately, these settings are user preference. First, open the Painting panel to access the paint buffer settings. We recommend setting the paint buffer color depth to 16-bit half when working on full color volumetric video. This can have a significant effect on performance, first working at the default 8-bit light setting, but preserves more colors in viewport. Additionally, scroll down to projection settings and set the bake behavior to clear only. This way, after painting on the paint buffer, paint won't be applied until you press the bake hotkey, B. This setting is highly recommended as it empowers our sequence projection workflow. There are a few more options to choose in the Mari Preferences dialog. Choose Edit Preferences in the toolbar and select the GPU tab. Set Virtual Texture Type to half for higher color depth. As with the paint buffer, this has performance constraints, but is helpful when working on full color volumetric video. We also recommend setting the maxed image memory a little higher than the default, as some of our tools take advantage of Mari's baking and filtering operations. We'll set this to 4 GB for our computer, but refer to Mari documentation and choose a setting appropriate for the amount of memory on your computer. Finally, some users familiar with other painting or digital content creation software might prefer setting Lock to World Up in the navigation tab to enabled and circular motion to disabled.